Madonna is no stranger to controversy and is not afraid to push boundaries over the years. Even though she is and will always be an icon, there have been a few more warning signs about her behavior that we shouldn't have ignored. Hey guys, I'm your host Bridget Shields, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 Madonna warning signs that we really should not have ignored. Number 10, making Jimmy Fallon uncomfortable. Let's talk about Madonna's truly awkward appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in 2021. She was promoting her new album Madam X, but before she even came on the stage, Jimmy won the audience. He said, "Madonna's been on the show so many times, and she never does anything that we plan. And if you've seen the interview, you know that is the truth," because this almost seemed like a premonition. The singer comes on and makes a big speech about how she's supposed to disturb the peace. She then throws herself onto Jimmy's desk without any warning. The host then yells, no, stop it, I don't know what to do." He then genuinely looks stressed. At one point he takes off his jacket and seems to look around for help. Madonna responded saying that no one was going to see anything, then she immediately flashes her butt. Fans took to Twitter to voice their opinions on this mess of an interview. One said, "Was not impressed. She sure is her own thing for sure. Seems so fake." And another one said, "That Madonna interview on Jimmy Fallon was next level cringe. This was truly an off the rails interview that left fans disturbed and worried for who Madonna was becoming." Number 9, the Grammys appearance. Did you see Madonna at this year's Grammys? And did you recognize her? Many fans expressed how her new face is confusing. With her puffy lips and extremely smooth skin, speculations have been emerging about whether or not she has gone under the knife. One fan commented, "I really wish Madonna never touched her face. There was really no reason. She was going to age beautifully. She always was beautiful." Someone even compared her to Jigsaw, which was downright horrible. Back in 2012, when she was asked about getting plastic surgery, she said, "I'm certainly not against plastic surgery. However, I am absolutely against having to discuss it." But even though she's never admitted to having work done, most industry experts believe she's got a numerous cosmetic surgery procedures, with one even saying that this is a case of injections gone bad. Amidst the speculation, Madonna clapped back at the haters and said, "Instead of focusing on what I said in my speech, many chose to only talk about close-up photos of me taken with a long lens by a photographer that would distort anyone's face." She then blamed the reaction on ageism and misogyny. Number 8, the V Magazine photo shoot. Back in 2021, the singer did something that made fans shocked, confused, and just generally pretty angry. Madonna was called insensitive after she did a controversial photo shoot for V Magazine. The 64-year-old entertainer covered their November-December issue, where she was interviewed by playwright Jeremy O'Harris about the purpose of artists and the negative effects of cancel culture. But when the photos came out, it was a disaster. In them, Madonna wears her hair in the iconic Marilyn Monroe ringlets, while she's laying down nude next to a bottle of medication and a telephone. But that wasn't the only thing that upset people. She was actually posing in the exact same position that Marilyn Monroe was found at the time of her death. This sparked outrage from fans everywhere. One of the biggest points of criticism was that Madonna was glamorizing the horror that Marilyn went through. Other people said that it felt like she was desperately seeking attention and did not consider the implications of posing in that kind of shoot. Some fans came to her rescue and said that she was just paying homage to Marilyn's last photo shoot, but most people can admit that it just didn't look good. Despite receiving a huge amount of backlash, the singer continued to promote the photos. Number 7, disturbing TikToks. Have any of Madonna's slightly strange TikToks come up on your For You page? If you were a fan of the star a couple of years ago, you won't even recognize her in these videos. Many of her followers have been wondering if she's okay, and commenting things like, "You were my idol growing up. I used to love your music and creativity. Please stop with these weird reels. It's getting dark and concerning now." In the videos, she often wears provocative outfits and lip syncs along to aggressive lyrics, which sparked a lot of opinions in her comment section. But it's not just that. Madonna tends to come very close to the camera and moves in a suggestive way, which leaves fans very uncomfortable. Many viewers have said that they find it scary and unsettling. The singer has yet to address the comments, but instead she moved on to Instagram, where she has had a bit of drama in the past. She posted a photo of her exposed breast, which was quickly taken down for violating guidelines. She then bashed Instagram for a double standard. All of this has left people confused about her outlandish antics on social media. Now we have to ask the question, should we be worried, or is it just Madonna being Madonna? Number 6, the Like a Virgin performance. Back in 1984, Madonna performed the iconic song Like a Virgin during the MTV Video Music Awards. The performance was set to look like a wedding, with the singer emerging on top of a huge 3-tiered wedding cake in huge stilettos. When one of her heels gets loose, she kicks both of them off. The issue was that when she made it to the stage floor, she had to smoothly recover her shoes. When she did this, unfortunately her gown got hiked up and it exposed her undergarments to the cameras and to the 5,800 person audience. Today, this whole event would have definitely made the news, but it wouldn't have been judged as harshly as it was then. Many veterans of the music industry began speculating that Madonna's career has come and gone due to this performance. Apparently, her manager at the time, Freddie DeMann, was furious. Quote, "He was white with anger. He was so upset. He said, 'That's it, you've ruined your career.' I didn't even know my butt was showing. I couldn't compute everything that had happened. And since I didn't really have a career yet, I didn't feel that I had lost anything." This performance didn't end her career though, of course, but it did seem to spark something in Madonna. After this, she truly started to see just how many boundaries that she could break. Number 5, Madonna and Michael Jackson. The singer had always loved Michael Jackson from an early age, and at one point she said, "I was madly in love with him, totally smitten. He was mind-bogglingly talented." The two of them were briefly an item in the early 90s, after they began working on a project together and meeting up regularly. The entertainment industry is quick to assume relationships between the world's biggest stars when they're seen together, but Madonna actually confirmed that the two of them were an item in a 1991 interview. She revealed that she asked him if he would like to be her date to the Oscars and he accepted. She followed that up by saying, "And yes, he took me home. You want to know what happened after that? I'm not going to tell you." During a 2016 interview with James Corden on his Carpool Karaoke, Madonna again admitted that she did have a fling with Michael, but she said that he was shy when they first kissed, and she had to loosen him up with a glass of Chardonnay. But after their situationship ended, Michael had very few nice words to say about her. In fact, he apparently even said that she is not a nice person. Number 4, the photography book. Just over 30 years ago, Madonna came out with a photography book that was very scandalous for the time. The collection is filled with very explicit photos of her, and one was even a photo of her nude hitchhiking in Miami. When talking about the book, Madonna said, "We live in a very repressed society. The point I try to make is, why should we feel ashamed of our sexuality?" Vanilla Ice, her then husband, would go on to disagree with that statement. The release of the book ultimately led to the breakup of the couple, with Vanilla Ice saying that he was hurt to be an unwitting part of the package. The singer faced immense backlash after its release, and even the Vatican urged people to boycott it. They called the book immorally intolerable. Many other bookstores would keep it behind the counter, only selling it to those people that are over 18. HMV Music Store even went on to set up a booth and allow people to browse the book for $1 a minute. To this day, it remains one of the biggest pop culture statements of Madonna's career, regardless if people are happy about it or not. Number 3, the Like a Prayer music video. Madonna's video caused an uproar when it was first released. It opens with her witnessing a crime involving a young female victim. Throughout the video, she is seen singing in front of burning crosses, and as you can probably tell, when Entertainment Tonight first saw the video, they knew that they were going to have to make some major edits. Unfortunately for Madonna, the video arrived at the studio much too late to make any major changes, so it was then set to run at the end credits. ET says, "We stayed away from the burning crosses and some of the other aspects that were going to create controversy. We played it safe that day." But the full video still made its way to MTV, which for anyone who had already seen it, they knew it was going to be a big story. Religious groups called for a boycott of the music video, with even Pope John Paul II speaking out against it. An Italian Roman Catholic historian said, "The video is blasphemy and an insult because it shows immorals inside a church." Even Pepsi had to drop it completely. With all the protests and complaints going on, they decided to cancel their deal with Madonna entirely. On the anniversary of the release of the song, the singer took to Instagram and wrote, "Happy birthday to me and controversy." Number 2, banned from MTV. Back at the height of her career, Madonna came out with another music video that really pushed the envelope. Her song Justify My Love is a slower song that is far different from any of her other works as a pop artist, but the music video was just too hot to handle for MTV at the time. When Madonna was working on her video for the song, she said that she wanted to take it to the next level in provocativeness. The director of the video said, "I didn't have any concept at all, except the idea that she was arriving in a hotel tired, broken, and when she was going to leave the hotel, she was full of life, she was full of energy, full of everything." In the end, the video features Madonna and her then boyfriend, as well as many other men and women in varying amounts of clothes. Without going into too much detail, it does get a bit graphic. This appeared to be just far too much for the producers over at MTV, who ended up banning the video, to which the singer responded by saying, "Why is it that people are willing to go and watch a movie about someone getting blown to bits for no reason at all, and nobody wants to see two girls kissing and two men snuggling?" And coming in at number 1, the rant on David Letterman. Back in the 90s, it seemed like things were a lot more unscripted than they are now. Maybe that's for the worse, but in some cases it can definitely definitely be for the better. In 1994, Madonna made an appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, where she ended up making history yet again. It was known as one of the most uncomfortable interviews the host has ever conducted. The pop star came out ready to shock the world, cigar in hand and filter completely gone. Now, David Letterman isn't easily fazed, but in 1994, Madonna managed to make him just the slightest bit uncomfortable. A minute into her appearance on The Late Show, and the host began teasing her about her sex life, saying, quote, "Kiss a guy in the audience," and she responded by calling him sick, before launching into a 20-minute long rant that was hardly PG. In fact, she said the F word a total of 14 times, and yes, there was even a moment when she told Letterman to smell her underwear. It wasn't until 1996 that she revealed why she behaved like that. Quote, "The way he introduced me was derogatory, so my whole thing was, okay, if that's how you want to play it, you cannot beat me at this game." Well, it's safe to say that she certainly did. That's everything that we have on the list for this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.